This episode, along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media, is available without commercials. Just look for the banner on your Apple Podcast app to subscribe and try it free for a month.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. London has hosted the Summer Olympic Games 3 times, in 1908, 1948 and 2012. Each occasion saw the royal family present to support Team GB. Historically, the royals have travelled great distances to join in the Olympic celebrations. In 1956, Prince Philip opened the Melbourne Games, and in 1976, the Queen presided over the Montreal Games. During 1908 and 1948 London Olympics, the royal family was deeply involved. King Edward VII opened the 1908 Games at White City Stadium, originally meant for Rome. The event moved to London after the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 1906. Legend has it the Queen Alexandra influenced the marathon's length to 26.2 miles, a distance that became official in 1921. The 1948 London Games, known as the Austerity Games, were the first since World War II and were opened by King George VI. Princess Anne made history as the first British royal to compete in the Olympics in 1976, participating in the equestrian event, riding the Queen's horse Goodwill. Anne's journey included a fall that led to a concussion. Her equestrian pursuits are a royal tradition, from King Charles II's love for horse racing to William and Harry's polo matches. Princess Anne said it was a unique instance in equestrian history when the Queen had bred not only the horse but also the rider, according to royal historian Hugo Vickers. Anne's ex-husband, Captain Mark Phillips, also competed in the Olympics, winning gold in 1972 and participating again in 1988. Queen Elizabeth II's memorable appearance with Daniel Craig in a James Bond-themed video opened the 2012 London Olympics. This stunt, directed by Danny Boyle, featured the Queen in a helicopter, adding a playful touch to the ceremony. Zara Tindall, Princess Anne's daughter, also competed in 2012, winning a silver medal in equestrian events. Prince William, Kate Middleton, and Prince Harry supported Zara, with the couple celebrating Team GB's victories with public displays of affection. The latest Sovereign Grant report reveals that royal travel costs increased by £300,000 last year, reaching a total of £4.2 million, even though there were around 400 fewer visits and less foreign travel compared to the previous year. The report shows that the royal family attended 2,327 events, down from 2,710 the previous year, with King Charles and Queen Camilla undertaking 665 official engagements between them. The report lists 27 separate journeys by royal family members in 23-24, where travel costs were at least £17,000. Notably, only 8 of these involved the King. The most expensive trip was the 5-day state visit by King Charles and Queen Camilla to Kenya in October and November of 23, costing £166,000. Sir Michael Stevens, keeper of the Privy Purse, highlighted Buckingham Palace's central role in significant events during the coronation year, describing it as a glorious moment in our national story and a source of unity and pride after uncertain times for many at home and abroad. I guess it's a good thing that Charles kicked Harry out of Frogmore, because of who lives in it now. Nobody. Palace officials at the annual Sovereign Grant briefing said, during the year, Frogmore Cottage has remained empty. I don't think at this point I would speculate on who will be the future occupants of the cottage. The Sovereign Grant has been fully reimbursed for the refurbishment costs of Frogmore Cottage when it was initially provided to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and therefore there is no cost to the Sovereign Grant other than some routine maintenance, but it will be required for any of the buildings. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Kate has once again gone viral for her photography. A recent photo of her 2 youngest children, Charlotte and Louis, watching England play in the Euros football final has caused a stir on social media, but not for the reasons one might expect. Shared on the Wales social media accounts, the adorable image shows the children in personalised England football shirts, intently watching the game. However, what caught the attention of many viewers was the modest size of the television they were watching. Surely Kate can afford a bigger screen than that, came one incredulous stateside tweet. Another appalled comment read, "That can barely be 40 inches," criticising the seemingly small screen the third and fourth in line to the throne were using. In the US, where supersized TVs are the norm, the photo sparked a culture clash. Americans, used to recreating the IMAX experience at home, found the royals' choice of television baffling. However, in the UK, the reaction was different. The British tend to see the use of a giant TV as a naff nouveau riche faux pas. Royal expert Katie Nicholl elaborated on this cultural difference during an episode of Vanity Fair's Dynasty podcast. She highlighted Prince William's practical and pragmatic nature, traits he shares with his father and the late Queen Elizabeth. The truth is, he's got a lot of worries, but knowing what I know about his personality, he's practical, he's pragmatic, he's optimistic, just like his father. He is a real optimist in life, and he also has his grandmother's, the late Queen Elizabeth's, ability to compartmentalize, and that's how he copes with life. Sure, but couldn't he have a bigger TV? William and Kate have taken significant steps to meet diversity goals within their staff, according to a new report from Newsweek. The royal couple's household employs 66 people, with 14%, or about 9 employees, coming from ethnic minority backgrounds. Additionally, 67% of their staff, or 44 people, are female, while the remaining 22 are male. The Sovereign Grant report, as cited by Newsweek, states, work has continued in support of the royal household's inclusion and diversity strategy, which aims to improve representation, but also to support a wholesale approach to ensuring the royal household's culture is inclusive, encouraging engagement and authenticity across all teams. In comparison, Buckingham Palace has different diversity targets for its staff and aims to have 14% staff members from ethnic minority groups by 2025. Currently, King Charles III's household reports that 11.4% of its employees are from ethnic backgrounds. The average pay gap is 3.9%, meaning employees from ethnic backgrounds are paid less than their white counterparts. Furthermore, 53% of the staff are female, with a gender pay gap reported at 2.2%. William and Kate have confirmed a very exciting new project focusing on mental health will be launched later this year. The mystery project will be self-funded. The royals have been long-time advocates for mental health, dedicating significant time and resources to support various initiatives aimed at improving mental well-being. Their commitment has seen them spearhead numerous projects over years, reflecting a deep-seated belief in raising awareness. Prince William has previously stated, "It's time that everyone speaks up and really feels very normal about mental health. It's the same as physical health. Everybody has mental health, and we shouldn't be ashamed of it. Just having a conversation with a friend or family member can really make such a difference." The signs are kind of there that when William is the king, he will likely be ruthless. The Telegraph reports that the Prince of Wales has removed Annabel Elliot, Queen Camilla's sister and former chief interior designer for the Duchy of Cornwall, from the payroll following his takeover of the estate. Miss Elliot, 75, has received several £100,000 for her services over the past 2 decades. She was employed by the King, then Prince of Wales, after his 2005 marriage to Queen Camilla, to design and refurbish duchy properties. Sources confirmed that Prince William would no longer employ Miss Elliot, although this decision does not reflect on her work. The duchy's annual accounts detail how she was paid varying amounts between £19,625 and £82,272 for her services, and additional amounts for purchasing furniture and furnishings. Miss Elliot also oversaw refurbishments at Dumfries House and a 20-bedroom pub at the King's Poundbury development. Charles and Kate received an overwhelming amount of get well soon cards after their cancer diagnosis, as revealed by the palace, which reported receiving 27,000 written messages wishing them good health. This outpouring of support was evident when they announced their diagnosis earlier this year, with children lining the streets with hand-drawn signs. Charles was moved by the support and was reportedly brought to tears when he read some of the messages. Many people shared their own experiences with the disease or offered advice. One message read, "Chin up, chest out, remain positive and don't let it get you down. Trust me, it works, but the main thing is family." In the annual Sovereign Grant report released on Wednesday, the palace noted that support teams adapted swiftly to the changing health circumstances, including handling the increased volume of mail. Sir Michael Stevens, Keeper of the Privy Purse, stated, "Some 27,000 messages of well wishes for the King and Princess of Wales following the announcements about their health, building on the 31,000 kind messages that had been received for the coronation and reaching a total of 138,000 items of correspondence for the year 23-24. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice, and write a review, leave some stars if you're enjoying the show. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.